Hang on.
Let's keep it like that.
Close up.
It's coming from your laptop, so it's,
There.
oh, there, okay. I was gonna say, it looks like it's a laptop.
Okay, it's
camera.
7:30. It's July 9th, 2024. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Okay, Keelman. Here. Dudek. Here. Christie here. Duncan.
Here.
And Behringer's absent. Hard to write. Oh. So anybody that can hear me out there, bear with me. I'll admit you as quickly as I see you. Okay, before we do the comments from the community, I want to remind everybody that there's a 3-minute time limit for talking, and I have really been pretty liberal with that over time. But I've got a lot of comments this month from people that asked me to tighten it up and don't let it just go on and on and on. So I hope you could be respectful and keep it as close to 3 minutes as you can. Okay, comments from the community for items not on the agenda. I have Michael. Excuse me?
As we all know, I'm the long-winded one, right?
Yep.
As always, I come before you in the peace and love of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I'm really just kind of stuff. Amen. My name is Michael Hott. I speak here by right. Thank you for your time. Let's dig right into this. So last month we talked a little bit about Republican form of government, and we talked about elections. I want to kind of just talk about the ideas that I'm going to talk about tonight are about information that can appear in lawful notices as outlined in our Constitution. So the township legislative officers are all public servants. You know, public pertains to all of us. Even you guys, when you're not in the room, you walk out, you take that hat off, you're now in the you're in the private again. You're no longer a public servant. Is one employee performs service and masters affairs whose physical conduct and performance of the service is controlled or is subject to right to be controlled by the master. Person and employed of another person subject to his control, et cetera, et cetera. That's Black's law definitions. Maximum of law, you can see it. It says the same thing right there. Public servants are the guardians and protectors of the public trust. 50+1 state constitutions are a public trust. And the public trust is one constituted for the benefit of the people, or either the public at large, or a considerable portion of it answering to a particular description. Trust, something committed to a person's care for use and management, for which an account must be rendered. Trustees are the people appointed or required by law to execute the trust, in whom an estate, interest, or power is vested under an express or implied agreement. An express agreement is what we have in our constitutions. Maximum of law repeated again. Main object of government is protection, preservation of personal rights, private property, public liberties, and upholding the law. Sometimes public servants may find themselves in breach of the public trust and in need of correction by the people. This is where people have to participate in their government as a public program. We have to learn our constitutions, and when we see each other doing wrong, we got to correct. That's kind of why I'm here. So, breach of trust is any act done by a trustee contrary to the terms of his trust. And if you want to see an example of the trust is, I included that flow chart in the back. So, or in excess of his authority and to the detriment of the trust or the wrongful omission by a trustee of any act required in terms of the trust. There's more there about the trust. A breach by 1828 Webster's Dictionary, a violation of the law or violation or non-fulfillment of a contract. There's more there. Non-performance of a moral duty. Non-performance of a duty is a breach of obligation as well as a positive transgression or violation. Correction, there's a definition. It's with chastisement administered by the master or other person of authority. And the maximum law that applies here is a frequent recurrence to fundamental principles and firm adherence to justice, virtue, and original law are indispensably necessary to preserve the blessings of liberty and good government. So Article 1, Section 3 of the Michigan Constitution says that people have the right to peacefully assemble, which we're doing now, consult for the common good, and instruct their representatives and petition the government for redress of grievances. Instruction under according to Black's law, under the common law, is an order given by a principal to his agent in relation to his business of his agency, and instruct, to teach, to inform the mind, to educate, to impart knowledge or those destitute of it. That's Webster's definition of it. Petition is when the people come before you. Is usually a written address, which will come in the form of a notice, right? Bodying an application of prayer or prayer from the person or persons preferring it to the body, power, body, or person to whom it's presented for the exercise of his or her authority in the redress of some wrong. Redress is the receiving of satisfaction for an injury. The state Article 1, Section 3 says we have the right to redress of grievances. That means we have to receive satisfaction for an injury that we sustain. And that Black's law, or that's Black's law, Webster says to remedy, repair, relieve from, sometimes indemnify for, redress wrongs, redress injuries, redress grievance. Sovereigns, which is the legislators of the board, are bound to protect their subjects and redress their grievances. Maximum of all there applies as remedy signifies judicial means for enforcing a right or redressing it. A grievance is an injury, injustice, or wrong, which gives ground for complaint because it was unjust or oppressive. There's another definition from Webster there you can read. To give notice is to communicate to another in any proper, permissible, legal manner, informing or warning of an existing fact or state of fact, or more usually of some intended future action that will be taken. And the reason that I bring all this up is that I want to see us do the right thing, and I want to try to avoid maladministration, which is it means wrong administration, law properly. We've all heard that the recent Supreme Court case, Trump it was said that he had immunity in the acts in performing his official duties. The sentence right after that in the justice's opinion said, however, there is no immunity for unofficial acts. One's not covered by an express grant of power of the Constitution. So if it isn't expressly written in the Constitution that a legislative body has power, and if they exercise authority beyond that, then they can get themselves into trouble. So, and that's what the next paragraph basically says. And I threw in Miranda versus Arizona there, where rights are secured by the Constitution are involved. There can be no rulemaking or legislation, which whatever. This isn't just me speaking. If you guys have questions about it, be happy to answer.
I'm all good.
Here. I've got extra copies for anybody again.
Thank you, Michael. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Mr. Holman?
Yeah. Name's Otto Holman. I live at 2125 Arlington. Been built that house out there 50 years ago. And I got a water problem the last 2 years on my front of my property. Never had a water problem there for 48 years. I've had water in the front ditch since last July, a year ago. And it's growing water weeds in there. And I have gentleman here, he cuts hay in the front part of my property, and he can't get in there with his equipment to cut the hay. He did cut it, and now it's all ruined because it's sitting in water. And I'm hoping you could do something to get the ditches to move the water. My property is like, my ditch is the lowest one. It comes from both sides of the street and it stops at my ditch. And my property can't drain it. It doesn't drain until the ground absorbs the water. By the time it's just about absorbed, here comes another rain and they're full again. So I'm hoping you can do something about it.
Well, as luck would have it, I got 3 work orders from the road commission today. I've been bugging them for years about some ditching done on Arlington. So this one here says Arlington Road, starting at 2219, going 2,100 feet north on the east side of the road. Is that you?
It's your side.
Does that
I'm at
cover you?
2125.
Okay,
It's
so
going north from 2119,
2219 going north.
Going north on the.
All the way to
east
Big
side.
Hand.
the big hand, okay,
Is that gonna cover you what you're looking for?
I'm not sure.
I think 2219 is on the south side of your address. So it should go from the other side of your house all the way to Big Hand.
I hope so,
Okay, the road commission's slow, but they move.
yeah,
They just move slow.
yeah. So you don't have any idea when they're gonna be there?
Well, assuming we pass this tonight, then I'll turn it back in tomorrow. And they should be getting on it within a month.
Do you or any immediate neighbors want the dirt? Because,
Well,
That will help the price.
yes,
yeah. No, Andy, take the dirt, that's what I'm thinking.
if you know of anybody that's close by that'll take the dirt, it helps.
Yeah, I can get name and
I'll
address,
take, I probably need 50 loads of dirt.
maybe name and phone number of anybody that wants the dirt that's close
Bru-
by.
Bruce, I'll take the dirt. I'm on Arlington.
All right, you can send me your contact information.
Will do.
Okay, and anybody else that wants dirt. And then I will forward it to the foreman and you'll have to sign a spoils agreement with them. And you'll get dirt.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I think we can solve your issue. I wish they were all that easy.
It says in that section, there's 12 culverts gonna be replaced, so that's 12 addresses in there. That's 2,100 feet, that's quite a distance, so
Yeah,
there'll probably be more that needs to be done there, but they, you know,
I mean, we do more ditching and road work than any other township in the county. I mean, we spend on roads and we've made a really good progress.
well, the last time they did it, it's probably been 30 years ago,
right.
But we got 36 square miles to deal with too.
yeah. They never put a proper pitch on it, on the ditch. They cleaned out the ditches, but they pitched it to nowhere. And we got
Well, let's hope that don't
the
happen.
Bell River behind our houses on the east side of Arlington, and, that's about a 60-foot drop off. I can't see why the water shouldn't be drained, you know?
They always say they need an outlet, you know,
Yeah.
if they're gonna clean a ditch, you gotta have an outlet for it.
Flint has been pretty good about making it flow.
I hope to be there when they come.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Yeah. It's on the website.
So, thank you. My name is Andy Peters. I live on Corona Road. Just want to inform everybody in the community that I will be purchasing, hopefully closing on Monday, 10344 Gratiot. It's been a eyesore of our community for about 3 years now. We will be bringing our business from Detroit back into Columbus Township.
That's always good news.
We will be also employing local residents. We are a mechanical contractor company and just want to let everybody in here know that something we don't guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak?
What was that address? You said they're gonna start the ditch
2219.
2219?
Yep.
It looks like as you go around the corner on Arlington, if you're going from Gratiot, just as you come around where you go around Bell River Winery and it comes around, right where it's at that turn is
It's gonna
2219.
go from there north?
All the way to,
Big End.
all the way to Big Hand,
Okay,
on your side of the road.
thank you.
Anyone else like to speak? All right, seeing none, we will close the comments to the community. Nobody on the Zoom here wants to speak? Okay. So communications. There's been this issue of all kind of people have been calling, complaining about, something being put on their mailbox. And, the post office sent me a copy of the law. And, they wanted me to tell people what it says. So it's, section 508.3.1.3, domestic mail manual. No part of a mail receptacle may be used to deliver any matter not bearing postage, including items or matter placed upon, supported by, attached to, hung from, or inserted into a mail receptacle. Any mailable matter not bearing postage and found as described above is subject to the same postage as if it were paid, as it would be paid as if it were carried by the mail. And postage is defined as a payment for delivery service that is affixed to or imprinted into a piece of mail, usually in the form of a postage stamp, permit, imprint, or a meter impression. That's from the Richmond Post Office, postmaster. That was the only communications. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There was another one from, William Hazelton I got today about Palms Road. We talked earlier in the year about Palms Road being a test site for this new potion that they have that solids up the road and makes it, almost like pavement. They've tried it in other areas of the town, of the county, and they say it's holding up really well, and some of them are 2 years old. So he sent me this today for the 1.5 miles of roadway, 6 inches deep of the gravel to be shot with permazyme material. They're estimating it to be about $35,000. That would go from Rattle Run Road to Jaeger Road. It consists of the road commission breaking up the top 4 inches of the gravel, contractor watering and applying the permazyme, and then the contractor grades and compacts the material. Traffic would be restricted for 3 to 5 days while the material cures. So think about that. By the time we get to the end of this situation, I can pursue this and get a work order on it if you're interested, but put that on your hat and think about it. Okay, approval of the agenda. I would like to add under new business of D, ditching bids. And that's all I got.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the addition of D in new.
I'll second.
Okay, Kilman,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Dudek,
Yes.
carried. Okay. Approval of the minutes from the June 11th meeting.
I didn't see anything. Do you have any?
I didn't see any.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from June 11th as submitted.
I'll support.
Christie, yes. Dudek,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
carries. Okay, approval of minutes from the special board meeting, June 18th.
Make a motion to approve that as submitted also.
I'll second.
Hey, Dudek,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Christie, yes. All right, carried. Treasurer report.
Nothing too special. Same old, same old.
Anything to point out?
Yeah, no, not really. We got state shared revenue. We got that, so we got some big money that came in. We got the Metro Authority, funds, that money came in too. Otherwise, everything else was pretty basic. Oh, I think that 400 was the election refund.
$400.
Yeah, I think that was the election, thing. I'm looking right now on my thing. Trying to remember. It's hard when it's a month ago. It was the election. Go down, broke that. Sorry. Oh, and we got a lot of interest to refunds for you.
EB, I think it was the camera reimbursement.
No, it wasn't. It was a FICE payment. Yeah, it was FICE. So it was, the Big Hand Road situation. So that's what that was. But our interest is really high. So we got, some more interest from Advia. I think reconciled, I got like over $1,500 for Advia that we got for interest, but otherwise, cause they only send me statements quarterly. Yeah, otherwise, nothing special. Yeah,
Oh.
Angie, I think with the refund was last month from the elections. We just didn't mention anything at the meeting.
Yeah, I think so.
But it was around $400. That's why I was thinking that, so. You guys have any questions at all? Yeah.
Make a motion to file the treasurer's report.
I'll support.
Duncan,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Dudek,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
carried. Check register.
You guys have anything? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve check number 4671 to 4723 and electronics 108 to 112 with a total of $232,505.25.
I'll support.
No other questions?
No?
Dudek,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Carried.
Oh,
We got
But-
our
yeah.
rebate on the insurance. Is that what you were gonna say?
it's gonna be on, actually, you'll probably see it on
It'll
the
be on next-
expense one. Yeah, it will be on the next one. And I was thinking that too. I'm like, oh, wait, it's not gonna show on that report. It's like, it's hard because it's back, that report is. Also, I did make a copy of an invoice. I didn't know if you guys wanted to approve it.
Okay.
For Tony.
This one right here for
Yeah.
Bush Hogging?
Yeah. So I made a copy first, so you guys could look at it.
Is separate motion to add that one in, or how do you?
It would not have to be included in the check register because it's gonna be on next one and it's, some of the post audit's
Just make a
already
motion
out of
and
line.
we'll do
I'll
it.
make a motion to pay Bell River Farms for mowing the field behind the hall. And spraying the parking lot for $550.
I'll support.
$550,
$550.
Bell River Farms. Mowing and spraying, right? Correct. Okay, Christie, yes, Gilman,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Dudek,
Yes.
Carrie. I talked to the road commission today about, bringing some gravel and fixing the edge of it over there before the election.
Thank
so
you. I
that
appreciate it.
People don't gotta crash through them holes and
Mhm.
everything.
It's just always the same spot too.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah, Clint said he'd get over here quick and get a look at it.
nice.
Shouldn't be much. Yeah, I think that's it. That's, Okay, there is no ordinance report. I don't know what happened there. I asked for it early because I knew that there was a holiday coming up, so whatever.
Do you know of any?
I-
Do you know of anything that we should know in regards to the ordinance or no?
I know that,
Cause I know you were working on the state of Michigan thing too.
oh, I
you
got
know.
that done.
Okay,
I got that done for the lookup.
yes.
Yeah, I got all the paperwork done. It's all certified. I've been authorized, so that's all good to go now.
So the holdup is the attorney and the enforcement officer.
On
Any of the
getting anything
cases,
done. Oh,
Cause that's what they were, a bunch
yeah, the
of,
ball's in
yeah.
their court.
we need to know.
And you guys, I sent that note out to everybody from the lawyer about that one, place on.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was kind of uneasy about it, but then MTA, they sent like the MTA digest, that talks about, what people are discussing. And one of them said the same thing, like you need to go off of your attorney's recommendation, the legality of things. And I was like,
No.
oh, okay, so kind of,
No,
Make me feel
the MTA shouldn't be deciding our rules in Columbus.
it wasn't MTA, it was a person, it's a discussion thing that they do. It was from another township. It's not MTA.
It was just somebody else saying they're similar.
It's an
It's
opinion.
like a group chat thing that the whole state of Michigan does, or,
Yeah, well, if we had that bill here, we could discuss it, but. Ordinance report, I don't know if anything going on there either. It seems like everything's going okay. I just talked with Christine and. They're out doing their measurements and such for, how they have to do 25% of the township every year and then they go back around and do it again. So once a year, they go out and do 20 to 25% of it, reassess it, and then work their way around that. They're in the process of doing that right now. They do that in the summer.
and something new too is they don't have to bring veterans exemptions to board of review anymore. They can just put it in and everything, just like homesteads, they back then it had to go to the board of review and now two things don't have to be brought to board of review anymore.
Okay, the old business. The D&E proposal. So you guys asked me to go back and have them refigure it. And with road mat right? And with, the additional parking area. Correct?
Yep.
So if we do what we agreed to do with the roadmap, you're at 79,850. If you do the parking area at the same time, and this matters at the same time, because they have to do a staging area to do the first part. And if they do the parking area, it would be 40,500 to do it now together. Because then they don't have to clean it up, they can turn it into a parking lot. So whatever your will is on this,
What are they gonna do with the mulch?
the mulch they're going to excavate it out of there and
Okay.
put it on the sides. So to keep the
Okay, so
bramble,
they are, so they're
to
just.
keep the bramble
on the
from
side.
building up so good,
Okay,
so much.
okay.
What do we have left for ARPA? What are we at for that?
Almost 200,000.
There's almost 200 in ARPA and there's like 90 something in the regular park budget.
I'll make.
We won't get paid until August, because I guess they didn't have a July meeting for it, like our park money, you know, how we
Yeah.
approved that last time, so
Right.
it's gonna be, you know, so we'll get some more money there too.
I'll make a motion to approve the D and E. Quote for the resurfacing the trail with 21A limestone. And the parking area for a total of $120,300.
We didn't approve this already?
We did, I
Okay.
went back and looked,
We approved a rough estimate.
we approved 70,
Okay, so we're just.
78,700.
Okay,
He came back at 79,850 to put the liner underneath.
okay, okay, got it. So you're proving both things.
Is there a second on that?
Are you approving the routine brush too, or is,
Yes.
okay,
Yes,
you
but
you
it's
said
not.
that too? Okay,
So it's gonna be like twice a year they're gonna do that. So it won't even get done this year because they're gonna do the
Yeah.
Right, that's-
3950 part.
He just estimated that for now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The 3950 is the original, clear it all out, 15 feet back on each side of the trail and redefine it. And they're gonna be driving all over that area anyhow, as they put in the aggregate and pack it down. So the 2250 is not even gonna happen this year.
Okay.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you.
Oh, with ARPA money. Are you saying?
With ARPA money.
Okay, yeah, say that.
Okay. Christine, yes. Gilman,
Yes.
Dudek,
No,
and Duncan.
Yes.
Good, carried. I'm gonna have to probably come in and have Angie co-sign on some of the things that we passed.
Okay.
Okay, the orchard construction proposal. I got the actual proposal. There's some things about it that I want to discuss. And while I was at it, if we're going to approve it, I was wondering if you might want to have a second one down by the other drive, the other parking area. But that's, you know. But, it says here, and I don't know who made this estimate, if he had one of his underlings do it or what. But at one spot, it says shingled roof under building specifications, but on the front page, it says metal.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
And then it says walls are to be 2x4. Well,
Which it won't have.
it's not gonna have 2x4s because it says here 6x6 exposed.
Yeah, they're making it sound like it's an actual, like,
So,
small barn.
There's a
She
couple of
spiked it
things
up.
there that are not right. So they want 90% of this money up front too. That was another thing. And then,
Where does it say 90%? Cause I thought it was 25 with 1,000.
all right, terms of
Deposit.
payment. A deposit, 25 to order the doors, 25 for prepayment of lumber, 25 payment upon delivery, 15% of the exterior, the remaining 10% when it's done. So they basically want almost all the money to order everything and get it there. And then they're only gonna have 10% left over. So then it says site work will be additional charge.
Correct.
And that
Yeah.
additional work will be needed to plant grass. And no finished grading. There is no finished grading or yard repair. So them are just some things I pointed out reading through this that are kind of iffy. So I mean, I can try and get additional quotes. Or,
Or we could have called them and had them fix it before now.
yeah, well, I honestly.
The other quote we had was double this.
I know. And I just,
And this is Orchard Construction. This isn't somebody that people don't know, right?
oh, I'm not against this. I'm just saying, I just wanted to point those things out, so you're going into it with your eyes open. And if it could, some of that stuff could get corrected,
Yeah.
because what about the prep work for the site?
Is there a passcode to enter the Zoom meeting? There's several people trying to get.
There's well over 10 people trying to get into this meeting.
I know did you tell him when Mike and I were doing it, if you went to Chrome, it wasn't right on the home page. You had to go to press and releases, and that's where they had the link. It had like a,
Last month,
You know.
came to the same link. And they waited in a waiting room until the meeting started. And when this gentleman here, Mr. Christie, I think, opened up his computer, boom, 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 they all came in.
Uh-huh.
And not today.
I don't know. I just know that
Is
on
this an
Chrome,
open meeting?
yes,
Okay,
What- this
let's
is-
make it open.
this isn't
It's
intentional, obviously, you know.
No, I don't.
There should be a passcode.
It's definitely not
All
intentional.
right,
I know when we looked, it was,
We're not required to have a.
Yeah, that's-
Bruce,
Okay.
there was a passcode needed. If you, I literally went to Columbus Township and clicked the link and it took me right to you.
I know, it's on the website.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
we
under
checked.
press releases. I've showed it to several people today. Nobody's trying to hide anything, and I don't appreciate the inference.
Insinuating You are. I just asked, what's a safe public meeting?
it did sound
It is a public
insinuating
meeting.
for sure.
Well,
But the Chrome,
Nothing to do with
one,
web.
as I was saying. Thank you. For Chrome, if you go on Chrome, it doesn't appear, but on Edge, it does appear on the beginning of the thing. We're being open with you guys right now, so Yeah.
Where would it be on the mobile page?
on the mobile page.
Yeah, 'cause is it-
So I know when I went to Chrome, when we went to Chrome, it didn't appear on the home page, and we're like, oh, because we had a call on it, and so we looked into it. But Edge, when you go to Microsoft Edge, it did have it at the beginning. So, but either way, even if you click on press and releases, it should still go to it. So, I mean, we can't sit there and be like, that person's not allowed in. So, I mean, to say that at a meeting it's a little too much, please.
I saw it on the.
Stringer.
Thank you. Yeah.
Trusses will be.
Literally all
Windbreak.
There it is, right there.
That has nothing to do with
Right,
walls.
right.
It's right
So they're
there
Find a middle.
around the big news.
That it will work.
It was in the 2024 folder. That's.
Oh, right there, 29G metal roof.
Right there it is. Take a picture of whatever you want.
So the passcode is 032014.
I've only done the Zoom a couple times. I had no problem. I went through the website and immediately it came up.
We've been doing this for 4 years, and it's been working fine. And this is just
The convenience.
a convenience for the people. It's not a
You're welcome.
requirement. Does anybody else need to see this?
Similar to mail and voting, right?
I don't know about mail-in voting.
Same thing.
All right. So
Back to the pavilion.
back to the pavilion. You want to do this one? Because this is the price, and just know that there's going to be some extras for ground
This is
preparation.
what we already.
There's gonna be some extras for them to fix it when they're done, because we're not gonna let it stay tore up. So if you're good with it, then that's fine. And then if you are good with it, do we wanna do two?
I'd say get this first one done.
Even if what if there's a discount for doing two at the same time?
Well,
Just asking.
I just wish we looked to do the second one over there, you
Right.
know, that was
Yeah.
just the thing, was kind of like, oh, we don't even,
Mhm.
that's the only thing,
All right, well, I'm not saying you got to, just throwing it out there.
So do we have to make a motion on this one? Because it's the same.
No, if you're
That we
good
already
with, if
passed.
you're good with the conditions, then I'll contact them and see what I can get them to correct here. And we've already voted to do it, but
they can't
I
start.
had questions about it and they can't start anyhow.
Yeah, it
Because I
doesn't
have-
say the
I
two.
have to do a ZBA meeting to get approval to reduce the setback, and they might not do that. But they should, because it's an irregular piece, it's a municipal property, and.
Gonna say construction's at a halt until the ZBA meeting.
Right. So I mean, it's not like it's going anywhere tomorrow.
The 2x4s, it says, oh no, I did catch that now. Walls are to be 2x4 purlin construction. Yeah, they must have left that in a pole barn. Or just have them take that part out.
Yeah, when I read it, I was like, I don't even know what it's.
It doesn't have walls. But I missed the shingle part. Metal roof.
And then to do electrical too, we would have to just do that later than,
Right, we have to
Just-
add electrical,
later than, yeah.
or well, we don't have to add electrical, but it would be good. Okay,
So no action
so, no,
or,
are we all good?
I'm good. with
okay,
it.
so.
Are you
yep,
all good?
Yep,
With, because we've already made a decision.
yep.
All right, so it's all good, you're good?
Yeah, with the pavilion.
Okay. We're gonna do one. Okay. So next. Looking into the bathroom idea. Okay. The health department says it can be done. But we'd have to pay for a permit. It's a process, so. We have to think about, do we want to move forward on this idea? Because it's a process where we'd have to hook up with a company that does that sucks it out. And we'd have to get a contract with them. We'd have to get electric figured out to get hooked to it. So we'd have to get a meter out there and we'd have to,
What's the meter for?
because it has to have a high alarm for when it fills up. Not for when it floods,
Right.
for when it fills up, because it seals itself. So it can't get out. But you want it hooked to an alarm that's mandatory according to the health department. So if you want me to pursue that, there'll be some expense involved in it, like for the permit and obviously it's gonna take me some time and I gotta have to get estimate together of a total cost to get it done and stuff.
Tight on ARPA money now, won't we? Let's, not gonna have much left,
Well, it ain't gonna be happening this year anyhow,
right?
because it'll take a while to get the information all together.
Did we just do what
And-
is on this quote, these two quotes? Is that it? That's all we've done for
So far, yes.
approving?
Yes.
Okay, so it'd be 80
We
plus
said-
40, 120 plus what was this, about 30? Cause it said 5 include, 5
Yeah,
on top
30.
of
Give me
it.
30 or 40. yeah,
Okay,
by the time it's
okay,
all
so
set.
150. So then that leaves only 30,000, 150 still leaves about 50,000. At least for the
A lot
art.
of porta johns. Put up a lot of porta johns for
But
30
they
grand.
said absolutely no porta john there.
What are they doing with the one on King then? It's right next to the river.
But is it a floodplain there? I don't
Oh,
know.
it's gotta be.
He looked it up and said no.
Huh.
That's all I know is what the guy told me when I called over there.
Well, it's something that we need to move on, cause if we're putting a pavilion out there too, it's something that we need to. They go hand in hand, really.
All right,
Oh,
so
That's my feelings.
if
at
you
least,
guys
so.
are cool with me pursuing it,
Yeah.
because it's not getting built until, I mean, at
Figure out what it's worth.
worst, all we'd have wasted is a permit.
Right.
The rest would be putting information together, getting some prices and all that. Okay? And as far as the time frame, I can't tell you at this point.
Yeah.
It takes however long it takes, the wheels run slow.
Well, we still need to, at least say what we're using the rest of the ARPA money for too, on top of it, by the end of the year, so. Yeah.
We're getting
yeah,
close.
And I'd like
to,
to be able to say that we're committing to
yeah,
park improvement.
but we need to, don't we have to have a contract, like a signed. Like contract, I thought, of what we're spending the money.
Was it signed
Yeah,
contract or
I
just
thought we had
intent?
to do like something like,
Excuse me?
Was it intent or signed contract?
No, the wording is obligated. The money must be obligated. So what does the government mean by that word?
Yeah.
Means it's earmarked for a specific.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, how are they gonna define obligated as, do I have to have that under contract to spend that money?
or is it like the park board?
I think so too. So I would say we ought to have a solid decision before the end of the year. on
Yeah, we
this.
got time.
That's 50,000, so yeah, yep.
Okay, so new business. All computers. So the high tech did a study on our computers. And their suggestion, see, Windows 11. They want everybody to go to Windows 11 because Windows 10 goes end of life on October 2025. And I don't know if you remember, it's like 2 years ago, they were saying Windows 10 was gonna be Windows 10 from now on. There was never gonna be a Windows 11. But I'm sure as soon as we buy a computer, Windows 12 will come out. But, so their plan is that third quarter, we should replace of this year. Third quarter, we should replace 2 of them. Then fourth quarter, we should replace another 2 of them, and so on until we've replaced all the computers. And then we should go for several years again and then do it over.
I thought they said that the newer ones that we bought besides Angie's and the deputy could get switched to 11. They told us that. I could have sworn.
They
You know?
definitely, they
Thank you. I
definitely,
thought I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Angie's couldn't, because theirs was older than the newer bunch that we got.
Right, and it don't go into life until October 2025, and you don't have to act on this right away. This is just what they're suggesting.
But they
Well,
said that it can't,
They want your money.
but they said right here that your existing desktops are currently not able to be upgraded to Windows 11. That's what it says.
and they
Okay,
definitely said everybody's could. They went from to every computer and said the only ones that couldn't be was mine and my deputies.
okay, then why didn't they do it?
I think it was just when they were coming for another situation. They just mentioned it.
They're coming not this, I think next Tuesday, they're coming to upgrade the computers for the elections. So we could ask them.
So, and when they come, you tell them to upgrade any computer that can be upgraded.
Okay, I will.
And then give us a list of what's left over then.
Okay,
How about that plan?
Well, that would be okay, so a list, okay.
I
never mind,
mean,
never mind.
If this is.
Well,
what
that would
you're
be,
saying-
that would be time, you know, just to let you know that's gonna.
No, I
they
know,
will charge
I
us
know
for
the
that.
cost,
Mhm.
but the point is. If it can, put your money where your mouth is, and if it can be upgraded, upgrade it. If it can't, well, then we'll know for sure.
And I just don't like to change. I like my computer. It works really good, you know?
I have a question on that. It says at the bottom of the quote where it's got the computer PHP and then it says StarTech HDMI adapter. And he's got installation labor estimate to be 2 to 4 per unit. 2 to 4 hours
Hours.
to install a computer?
Right, because what they
Is he
wanted,
building it from scratch?
no, they're transferring all your stuff out of your old computer. And it's a setup thing. It's the same thing like the Geek Squad does. Buy a computer there, you don't just walk out the door with it. You gotta drop it off at the geek desk and let them put all your junk out of your old computer in it.
And maybe like server related
like
or
a
something
law
too,
about it.
you know, I don't know.
Well,
At least he's got a time frame on it this
he's
time.
got a time. That's what he wants. to
I'd give
do.
him that.
And we don't have to make a decision today, but I'm throwing it out there.
But didn't, Angie needs a new computer, right, Angie? Are you there?
I have, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
Mine and my deputies need to be replaced. If we do decide to do that, I want it to happen either September or December, because we don't want to have any glitches that'll affect the elections. That's
Okay,
my
but-
concern. But yeah, mine, I was
but if they
having
come
problems,
next
but
week
yeah, I will ask him.
And they upgrade whatever ones can be upgraded.
Mhm.
And yours turns out to be one that can't, or let's say 2 or 3 of them cannot be upgraded. And we could make a motion right now to replace the ones that cannot be upgraded. Right?
Did anything election related need to be with a Windows 11 or is that later?
Actually, they highly suggest Windows 11, but that's the laptops more than
Okay, okay.
but that's why I'm having them come out Tuesday.
Her computer is very glitchy. It's definitely a slow. Her computer needs to get replaced soon, for sure. I think they said the memory was like full or something, right?
He went in and did a bunch of stuff and made it work better than it was, because remember how it kept freezing up on me and I had to
Mhm.
shut it down, restart it, but it doesn't do that now.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever wrote that message about is the township hall closed on August 6th. Yes, it is. Any election day, the township hall is not open for regular business.
So do you guys want to make a motion that if they can't upgrade those, you know, those ones, then to do this, or?
How many total is there that they'd have to
There's
do?
9 total.
9.
But I think we're only looking at 2.
Yeah, just
That can't
Andy.
be upgraded.
I think theirs is 2 years older than ours. It's a few years older. I know that, you know. So, and it's quite old. I don't know if I don't know when you guys got it, but it's an older
think
one.
Computers, the first year I was the clerk.
Okay, so that would have
Almost.
been 16.
Where are the 9 computers
I don't think they're that old.
Angie's
Where are
is
9
one.
computers at?
There's one at the front desk, two.
There's not.
You,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
so I keep coming up with,
Okay. I'm like,
where's the other 2?
did they include the?
Is there
Angie,
one
we're
for
only doing
elections?
7.
That should be separate.
1, 2, 3,
There's this one right here.
4. Oh, so we weren't counting laptops.
Oh, it's a computer. That's the one I
Okay,
use.
so that's the thing. We weren't counting the laptops, just the desktops.
Yeah, this is just existing desktops. And he says there's 9.
Okay. I don't think there's 9. There might be 9
There's only-
listed.
We can replace it though.
Well, there may be 9 listed, but there might be a couple of them that have gone by the wayside and not got replaced. Like I know the
Oh, Mike has, oh, yeah.
the assistant assessor
Two.
used to have one, but we just scrapped that one.
Seven. Oh, I'm counting 8 now. I'm counting 8. They're probably, maybe they're counting mine because I used to have 2 in my
She
room.
used to have 2,
Way
now
back?
she's got 1.
I got one,
Because
so,
there was a assistant one in there.
yeah. So maybe they're counting that one, but there is 8. I forgot about Mike's computer.
So yeah, you, Angie,
Angie has 2.
Mike.
So that's,
Oh, Angie's got 2.
yes.
There's
There
2
it
in
is.
her room.
Yes.
There's 2 in Mike's room. And then there's 2 back in the building department. Correct?
So maybe they're just counting my old one. I don't know.
That was part of the audit that they
The
did.
assessor one.
Remember they're supposed to go through the users and delete
Yeah,
it?
they did all that.
Did we approve that? Maybe we didn't, so.
So what do we want to do here?
I mean, I would like for, just for Angie's sake, with the election, for her to get going on it at least after the August election, just for peace of mind before the November one. So I mean, I would say at least to do 2 of them. If you guys want to say all of them, I mean, I'm fine with just doing 2 of them. I don't mind
We're
saving mine till next year,
We're definitely not
or
doing all. of it.
that's okay. Cause we didn't even budget for it anyways.
So you're seeing 2 in this quarter and another 2, so we do 4 before the end of the year.
Assuming that there's 4 of them that can't be upgraded. Because anyone that can be upgraded don't need to be replaced. Then we can ride that pony. for a
Until the
while.
What's the
computers.
replacement cost versus, okay, the upgrades are $780, right?
No, that's a
No,
new computer.
no, the upgrade's just on the computer.
The upgrade is just labor.
Oh, the
Yeah.
time, okay.
Yep,
And I don't see how much big a deal it should be to upgrade. them.
yeah. And for them to specifically tell us too, because we asked them too. So for us to know this, I'm sure there's gotta be some truth in it, so.
So the 2 to 4 hours,
Nope, that's 2 to 4 hours to replace one. Not to upgrade.
Yeah, they didn't even talk about
He didn't
upgrade.
give us a price on upgrade.
So we can ask for a quote for that for later. We got till the end of 25,
Right.
so it's not we're not in a rush for that.
well, if there's only 2 that you think, can't be updated, then
Well, I think they definitely need to come here and evaluate it while they're here.
So I'll make a motion to approve 2 desktops for the clerk's computer if they can't
If
be
they
up,
cannot be
if they
upgraded.
can't be upgraded or updated or whatever. And look into see if the other ones can be upgraded and get a quote and see how that works.
yeah, have them all evaluated.
Yep. So 780 times 2.
So evaluate and upgrade all the others.
Sounds good.
Is there a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, Christie, yes. Duncan,
Yes.
Dudek,
Yes,
Gilman,
Yes.
carried. Okay. Next thing. Cemetery columbariums. So what these are is when I was at the MTA conference, I saw these columbariums. What they are is for Cremation.
Okay.
Thank you. Good. I drew a blank for a second.
I was just gonna wait the whole time.
She likes to do that, to make me look silly. I mean-
Sure does Diane too. She-
So it's for cremations.
Yeah.
And according to them, at the MTA conference, they said that up to 40% of the people are opting for cremation nowadays. And all we have is standard regular burials. And I thought that we might ought to put this on the burner and start thinking about getting one of these. There, and this is just an example. There's all kind of different ones and, you know, just to have a slab put out there and have one put out there and then figure out the pricing and such on it, I think would be something that we have to look into because things are going that way. And two, the graveyard's only so big and this will hold a lot more people than, burying them all.
I like the idea a lot.
So
I think it's cool.
I'm not
Bruce?
asking, yes.
I just want to say that if we decide to do that, and I know you're absolutely right, because I do everything with the cemetery, and I'd say 80% of the people are cremations. We'd have to develop that new section and mark it out somehow. We'd have to talk to Dan about how that would be placed, because he has to put markers in the ground for the graves and measure it all out. He and I did that in that new section after Rose Ratty did it because they had done it wrong. So if
Of
we
course,
decide,
he would have to figure an area where it can go, because we
Right.
already have them mapped out for regular burial sites, I know.
oh,
We don't
it's
have it
not
mapped
mapped
out,
out at
though.
all.
No,
It's
not the new side.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Not the
Oh,
new
yeah.
side, but the part,
Yeah.
I mean, the part that we're using is already all mapped out, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that is.
Is that
Okay.
where you're thinking in the new, in that
No,
part or in the?
I'm not thinking anywhere. I'm just
Oh, okay.
thinking we need to be looking toward doing this. And,
I think-
and I'm not asking anybody to make a decision today, except for to think about, do I like this one? Or do I like this one? Or what do you think you want? You want one with 10 spaces or 100 spaces? And then I'll get that all priced out for delivery and the whole setup. Then we can map it out if you agree that you want to do it. And again, this is one of those things that'll take some steps.
Right.
But I want you to consider, I think that this is the way things are going. Yes,
I have a
sir.
question about that. What's the demand from the people of the township? Are they asking for that or?
Well-
The MTA that's saying that it's, I understand they say that 40% want cremation,
Well, they're just giving statistics.
but I mean, if the people come forward and said, hey, we'd like to have I want to be cremated, or can we put that out and let people know?
Well, Angie just said that 80% of the people, because she's the one that does all the burials and the billing of that and
So
everything.
people apparently are
Yeah.
talking to her
It's-
about it already.
Yeah, so
And I-
apparently 80% already are getting cremated.
And right now, people are getting their urn put in with somebody else's grave.
They can put it on top
Like,
of it,
they,
yeah.
yeah, like they can, yeah.
Yeah, I helped
Just
bury
put a
I think it
spot,
can go a
put it right
couple
there.
at least, yeah, yeah.
And
We're just trying to use the cemetery, because once it's full, so we're just trying to use it, to the best that can make it
Right,
last
yeah.
and, use it, wisely, so, yeah, pretty much it. I think it's a good idea, though, I like it a lot.
so would you like me to pursue this? And if so, could we get a consensus on the size of one or later?
I think you need to do it later. But you gotta
Okay.
figure out what you're doing on the other
But you want
side.
to think about it,
Mhm.
okay? And then get back with me and I will get that information. Cool? Right, good deal. All right, next. I was given this idea from High Tech about Duo and Pam tools. So Pam tools is privileged access management. And what it does is it removes rights of some people where you can only get into certain things and it's a program to basically, and it's, and the Duo is, two-step authorization to get onto the thing, like you'll try to get onto it and it'll say, check your phone, and then you gotta check your phone, and you'll have a 6-digit thing to get on there. So these are both programs that have a monthly fee.
Is this to get onto the computer?
Yes.
Or, okay,
So to, maybe not to sign on necessarily, but to go to certain things.
okay. Cause I know for BSNA, we have that. We have to do the passcode.
You have two-step authorization already.
Yep.
Right. So,
But not anything else. That's the only thing.
and I'm not advocating this, I'm just presenting this because they brought it up and said, you guys need this. I talked to our insurance company about it. It doesn't help at all on our insurance if we have this two-step authorization or privileged access. So,
What did they recommend would be, like an area where, you know, there's most, you know, like where they would recommend that we would have needed this, you know? Like,
oh,
like,
they just calling it security.
okay, but you said it for certain things on the computer, it would be what specifically?
Oh, the privileged access?
Yeah, like where are they saying that is most, you know, like an area that is prone to have?
Privileged
you know-
access is just admin rights.
Yes,
So if you try to install
so you
a
can,
new font on your computer,
it won't let you,
Okay.
right here.
Okay,
Users can unknowingly install malicious applications,
so, okay.
you know.
So if you
94%
accidentally click
So
on
that's a different thing. Okay,
That's
So-
different than Duo.
okay, okay.
It's,
So would you,
another layer of bureaucracy,
okay,
to put it short.
So if you need to install a new printer, you would have to call them to have them install the driver to run the printer.
okay,
Right.
okay.
Just understand, I'm not advocating.
Right, and Duo, I don't know what they would use it on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a certain program,
The
you know, like,
Windows, I mean, what else do you guys get into?
that's what, I mean, our accounting.
Normally,
system-
it's application based, so if you have a specific program, like you're going into BSNA, then it would have it, but if you already have it.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I have to use that authorization to get into what I pay my taxes to the IRS, which they just did that, but I had to do all my
I have to
personal.
use it on every government site I go to.
Yeah, you did too, Bruce. Yeah, I remember you saying that. And so now anytime I go into it, I have to do that, but I'm agreeing with Phoebe. I don't see anything that we do that would really seem like it would require it.
Mhm.
Well, and I feel it's an additional hassle, but I said I would present it.
So Duo, anyways, so the other one, the Pam, I'm still trying to wrap my head around, is that worth doing at all for the admin things? I mean, it's not like we do too much on our computers, you know, like getting printers and, you know, we don't really do too much besides, you know, once in a great while, you know, I don't,
Well,
how much is that one?
in my
compared to-
$18 a month.
it's 18 bucks a
Well-
month
Okay.
forever.
For
For
nine.
9 computers. So the mystery computer gets a free,
All right.
we'll install that one for free. The other one you start with is 10 hours or something.
No, that one's a monthly fee too.
The Tech Cloud MFA, it's 10 to 12 hours to complete the licenses.
Yep, and $36 a month.
I don't know.
See,
Every month.
recurring 36.
I love that guy. Now, the admin one might be worth it. Somebody accidentally clicks on something and something starts to run, at least it stops it.
Would this go with like, spam email, like, you know, how if you click on the link and
That's the
that,
stuff.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only one I can really, you know, see that
I don't know.
possibly.
Yeah, it'll just stop it from running on the program.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's not like, great, I can't do anything now, you know, but it's stopping everything, you know.
So what's your will?
I'll make a motion to approve the privileged access management on 8 computers for $16 a month.
To do the PAM? that what you said?
Yes.
I'll second.
Okay, Keelman,
Yes.
Christie, no. Duncan,
Yes.
Dudek,
Yes.
carried. Ditching bids. All right, so first off, do we want me to request a work order on the Palms Road project?
Yeah, I thought we did that, didn't we do something?
We said we were doing it. They did the gravel haul.
I
But
thought it was
then-
free.
Well, they determined that it's not free.
Okay, so that's where I'm confused.
I thought
Okay.
something came
Am I
with that.
Missing something?
Well,
Okay.
at the time, they were gonna do it as an experiment.
Like a pro bono deal, like,
Right.
experiment to see how it goes,
And
and all of a
pro
sudden.
bono, and let's see how it goes.
Oh,
You be the
wow.
guinea pig, right? So what happened was they got their test results back from the other two places they did it.
Oh,
And
great.
it's working so well that
They don't need 3 tests
Did
something.
they
they
tell
don't
you,
need no more.
did they tell you
deals.
where it was at, so we can go look at it?
I know, right?
They did. And I don't know right offhand, but I can call and find out.
Yeah, I'd like to go see, travel the two roads that were done
Okay,
for proof.
That's so annoying.
okay.
Oh my
Yeah, that, I was
goodness.
gonna say, I
They
thought we did
agreed,
something.
that was
Yeah.
part of the cost sharing, where the 80-20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They agreed to do Palms Road,
Mhm.
and now we're gonna, that's what I was,
Well, they did the gravel.
No, I think it was rolled into that whole motion.
Do you know what month that would have been? March?
That was a quick response.
Huh?
That was a quick.
I know, right?
Well, I mean, they say they're gonna do it, but then all of a sudden now they're backing out and saying they're gonna pay for it.
Yes, I'm curious if that's what they did. 'Cause I swear it was in there.
So look at April minutes.
And I thought, heck, for the 80-20 money, yeah, let's throw it at it.
yeah, because that's the agreement, they will do, was it 1 mile of the gravel haul? And then they were gonna throw in the permazine and do that experiment. Yeah,
That's the section.
Um,
That wrote that.
Yeah.
Always is.
I know it needs.
to approve 70-30 gravel for Palms Road for 12,000, and that's all that was, and then to approve the gravel haul for 216,000. I'll see what was on the paper for the last month.
so why is it 36,000?
That's what's in the
Permitting
motion.
down, if we already paid to have the gravel put down?
It's not, they gotta break it up. Now they gotta gotta bring everything back out, break it all up, spray the glue on it.
Okay, Mr. Hazelton, let's have a discussion.
I'll find out where it's
Yeah.
been done.
Yeah.
And I'll text it to you guys. You guys can.
Yeah, when it was a sweet deal, I figured whatever, throw it at it. But these could freaking change and moving the goalpost on us.
I'm not seeing it unless you gave it to us like separate from the, gave it to us
I didn't-
outside
I
of the
didn't
thing.
give it to you
I
separate.
don't,
It was in-
you didn't give it to us separate?
Yeah.
Look right now, hold on, so all the.
I just presented.
All the
what it-
planners.
I wonder if they decided to do another township. Yeah,
Okay. So next. Stoddard Road. Start at address 1800. Go 1900 feet south on the west side of the road. Replacing 7 culverts.
I'll make a motion to approve. The estimate, I guess, to do Stoddard Road 1900 feet for $32,000.
Here again, on any of these. If we can get people to take the dirt, it's gonna help us.
right, close to the job, yep. I'll second his motion.
Okay, Duncan,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Dudek,
Yes.
carried. Okay. Here, Andy, sign this.
Okay.
Pretend you're me, Phoebe.
Okay. Well,
Carroll
I'm
Road. Start 350 feet east of 1025225 Carroll Road, going west on the south side of the road, remove and replace 6 culverts.
Make a motion to approve. For $28,000.
I'll second.
Did you get a call from a gentleman talking about Carroll Road? This week?
Maybe this week.
Maybe this week?
but
Okay.
I-
I didn't know if this was pertaining, or this like, was 5.
No, it didn't get generated because of that. It
Okay.
was already in the
Okay.
works.
So was that part of, was it hitting his, I don't know.
You
He's
know, I'd
been
have to go-
complaining about for a year.
I have to go back and look,
Okay.
but I'll bet it is,
Okay,
because how it works is whenever I get these complaints, I text over the residents' information so that Clint can contact them. And so that I have a record of what I wanted them to do.
yeah, yeah,
And then he goes and checks out the situation and he gets back with me and says it needs it or it don't need it. And then I have him produce a work order on it.
okay, okay.
So this could have been a recent one, but I get so many calls on them.
He was saying they did one side of the road, but they didn't do this side of the road. I don't know, that's not what he said.
There's a lot of roads.
I know.
We're digging all the time. All right, Christie, yes. Duncan,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Dudek.
Yes.
Carried. And then Arlington Road, start at 2219 Arlington, go 2,100 feet north on the east side of the road and remove and replace 12 culverts.
Make a motion to approve that for 43,000.
I will second.
Hey, do that.
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Carried.
Would it be possible to get me copies of those? That way, when the residents call and say, I want front of my blah, blah, blah address. Dug out, if it falls within the confines of what you guys just approved, I can just tell them, yep, it's in the works, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Fine. Good idea, yeah.
I'm not sure I want to have that.
Few of them.
No, it's a good
I
idea.
hit a couple of them today.
Yeah,
So-
and that one's gonna be a big one too, so.
Concrete answers and stuff.
So just so you know, approving these projects is going to exhaust our road commission money for this year. So if we do further work, we obviously have the money we can transfer, but we'll have to make a budget adjustment to do so, just so you know ahead of time.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm still going to pursue more projects.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
But, I'm surprised we've been getting the road commission to do this much stuff.
He's been doing a lot better job than his predecessor.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else we would like to discuss?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 8:49. Thank you all for coming. See you on the flip side.